Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime the ball thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Jones throw on target to Shepard. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, here's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Still on his feet. And he takes this one. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts throwing right away. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Got a man. It's Brown. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. It could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
That's caught. It's Flowers. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 71 yards. yards. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they get one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Complete to Zacchaeus. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Kyle Hamilton.
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Well, now they'll try the end around. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 2nd down, a run, and this is a reverse here. And they're going to have a 1st down here. So not huge yardage on the reverse, but enough to get a fresh set of downs.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
On the move to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pass to Brown, he's got it on the crossing route.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Second and 9.
Jackson now. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Oh, design run for their wideout.
There he goes again.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
36 yards.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. And his third of the game, picked off by Patrick Queen.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
A 22-yard scamper.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one...
And now off to the races down the right side.
DeAndre Swift.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift
75 yards.
And the Eagles get a bit closer. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
26 yards.
And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Grant Calcaterra.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
We changed it.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for two. That's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a three-score game as the lead remains 18. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
They'll try to run with Swift.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Now Lamar changing the play.
Play action. It's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Second and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they can get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Eagles!
DeAndre Swift.
47 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown, and the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's caught at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And they'll go on the ground.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
This 2nd and 4.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 48 yards.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Hey, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is